Hello and welcome to highlights of the third quarter-final featuring the hosts Australia and Pakistan. At the toss, it was Misbah Al Haq winning the toss, deciding that his Pakistan team would bat first. These were the teams. For Australia, they had one decision really to make. They opted for Hazlewood over Cummins. Still a very strong-looking batting lineup with all the power in the middle there. For Pakistan, well, they're missing Mohammad Irfan through injury. Still a good-looking bowling attack led by Wahab Riaz. And at the top, the batting looks stronger with Sarfraz, the keeper, at number 2. They always rely, of course, on Misbah in the middle order. So Pakistan batting first.
Here we go, the third quarter-final of the World Cup. And runs straight away to Pakistan. That one's in between the off stump and the bat, so in between the gate. He's so difficult, Mitchell Starc, because of that subtle movement he can get. He can get the big in swinger, then it can go just slightly, it can go off the seam, and then you can get one that just runs the angle across the right-hander. That is so close to hitting the off stump, it's not funny.
Look at the front foot. Was nowhere near the pitch of the ball. He was playing away from the body and ball swung in.
It'll run fine. That should be the first boundary of the match. It is. Leg buys. Doesn't matter. They'll take it anyhow. How. There's a pull shot. Nicely played. Gee, worked that nicely to the onside. He got himself into a little bit of an awkward position, but was able to control it.
That's a super stroke. He was cramped for room and he just muscled it past square leg. Looks like it was on him a bit quicker than he thought, but he still went through with the shot because he had that positive intent in his mind and just muscled it to the boundary. It was a quick delivery from Mitchell Starc, 150k. Excellent stroke. That does a lot for your confidence too. Pakistan looking good here.
They're looking comfortable. That's always a good sign.
Edge and taken. Moved beautifully at first, slip did Watson. So the ball before goes to the boundary. The next one's the wicket taker. That's 17 for the World Cup so far.
Commentators curse. What a catch from Watson in first slip. Mitchell Starc gets the breakthrough for Australia. In-form batsman, gone. Good delivery, extra bounce going away from him. Edge, and look at the catch. That's really is a excellent catch from Watson in first slip. And they got their breakthrough, Australia now. Sarfraz gone for 10. Pakistan 20 for 1.
Oh, what about that for a shot? It's not a bad start.
He must have had a good night's sleep, Nick. There are no ghosts in his room like there was in Christchurch. He must have had a good night's sleep in Adelaide. Come out and play that first up.
What a shot. He's positive today. I'm glad. He's got some talent, this boy. Haris Sohail.
Edge. Then another one's taken. This time it's the skipper. Good delivery from Hazlewood. Australia on a charge.
Yeah, excellent delivery from Josh Hazlewood. He just started to get his line right. It was full. It swung away. It was a low, sharp catch to the right from Michael Clarke. It was just a good length, nipped away, shows the pace of this pitch, good height, good technique again. And just looking out in the pitch now, Brad Haddin, something's happened. Someone looks like he's tread on his foot in the celebrations. He's called straight away for the physio. Shahzad's gone for 5 and Pakistan are 24 for 2.
A big shout. And I think they're thinking the ball has gone very close to the leg stump, are they? Something's gone on out there. They're unsure what's happened.
Probably clipped the stumps. We'll have a look in the replay.
I reckon the ball's hit the stumps here. I'm not sure if Michael Clark can ask. I think he's just asking whether the umpires want to refer it upstairs just to have a look.
Well, the umpires have said, no, move on. But it was utter confusion there for a moment. So it's looking leg side all the way. On the thigh guard. Oh, there we go. It hits the leg stump. The bail lit up and all. It did not drop. There we go. And nothing.
Oh, he's got the edge first ball, but it's going to cost him 4 runs.
Yeah, lucky for Misbah. Trying to play through the covers. The feet once again not getting there. Inside edge onto the final leg boundary. Look, the feet away from the ball, so far away from the body. He just threw his bat at it. He saw the length and back and across. It just stays there. Oh, that's a good shot. He's thrown the kitchen sink at it. It's a boundary after a long time for Pakistan.
It wasn't a bad ball, but I tell you what, it was a hell of a shot. And he just planted his foot straight down the wicket, and then he slapped that to the fence for 4.
Cracking shot. Harris really getting that in the screws through the cover. So a couple of boundaries in that over. Good aggression from Pakistan, 49 for 2.
And that goes into the stands. That's a big hit from Misbah. It's the first 6 of this Pakistan innings. 61 for 2 Pakistan after 14. Yeah, that's whacks it over mid-wicket. He knew that this was an opportunity to score.
There he goes again.
What a shot with the spin. Got the elevation. Second one from Misbah Haq. Much needed boundary for Pakistan.
He's going to get away with this, is he? Yeah, he is. It was a real wild heave from Haris Sohail, aiming the ball over Watt straight mid-wicket. Thick outside edge falling just short of third man. And immediately Misbah is down the pitch just having a word. Top edge and overhand in. Glove or top edge or a bit of both, but just travelled over Haddin.
Yeah, it's all about shot selection and learning that you're not hitting the ball hard all the time. And he's looking to play his shots. He gets away with this one. It was off the glove and just out of the reach of Brad Haddin, so a little bit of slice of fortune.
Well, there he goes. That's what he was trying to do in the previous over. Maybe this one was just hit a little straighter or attempted to hit straighter. But it's off somewhere near the middle and not the top edge this time.
He was aiming towards mid-on. And that's why he didn't middle it. But he's got the elevation under the ball and got his 4th boundary.
That's in the air. Has it got the distance? It's good bowling change, and it's worked for Australia. Michael Clarke playing the gamble. And Glenn Maxwell strikes.
For once, Misbah didn't get in the middle of the bat. He's hit 2 sixes off Glenn Maxwell today. Hit him out of the attack. But James Faulkner finishing up. Michael Clarke, proactive captaincy. Bringing on Glenn Maxwell, hoping that Misbah would take him on. It was a cross-seam delivery that didn't spin. It went straight on. And Aaron Finch had a lot of time to move around, even though it is the short boundary. And the Victorian taking a very safe catch, getting a high five as well. but the Pakistan captain, Misbah-ul-Haq, out for 34. It's 97 for 3.
He's shot in his stumps. The bows have come up. What's happened? Haddon's not sure. He wants you to check it. He thinks it might be his gloves that have hit the stumps. Maxwell thinks he's got a wicket. Umar Akmal doesn't know what's going on. And the ball's gone into the boundary for 4.
I saw them drop pretty quickly, so it's going to be interesting to see whether Brad Haddon's gloves were what initiated the bails dropping, or Akmal did go back to cut. I mean, did he step on the stumps?
It's also important to see which side of the wicket the bails have fallen. There you see the cut shot. It's Brad Haddon.
Nowhere near it. Nowhere near it, Umar Akmal. He's played it beautifully, though. And Brad Haddon's tipped the bails off, but it's cost Australia 4 runs anyway. Out through to the keeper. The angle was good from Johnson. It was full and it was wide, and Sohail chased it. Another one goes down for Pakistan.
The big booming cover drive. Played that before. They are surprised. They can't believe it. Just angling away from the left-hander. Feet nowhere. Just throwing his hands. And a good catch to Brad Haddon. So Australia strike. The pressure on Pakistan continues. They lose their 4th wicket. He's out after getting a start like Misbah. Out for 41. 112 for 4.
Nicely played. Down the ground it goes. And it'll just roll into the boundary rope. Quality 4.
Yeah, just a punch, really. No great flourish or follow through, but he got into a lovely position, and there's no great bounce now for Johnson. That action with the low-armed sling and ball, what, 15 overs old that he is bowling with, means that it's just come nicely onto the drive of the bat.
He's picked out the man in the deep, can you believe that? He got a half-tracker and he's drilled it to Finch on the boundary rope.
Well, he's absolutely livid with himself here, Umar Akmal. He whacked his bat into the pad when he put this one straight down Finch's throat. As well he might, because it was a rank long hop, really. He's hitting to a short side. He could have put this anywhere, and he hit it straight to Finch. He barely had to move. It's a good catch in the end. He kind of grasps it into his chest. And Maxwell playing a key role here. Dismissal of Misbah, and now Umar Akmal. Gone for 20 off 25, 124, 4-5.
In the air he goes. He doesn't mess about, Afridi. He always says he's having fun out there, because he tries to play these shots that at times don't work for him, but he comes out, he's very aggressive.
And why not? I mean, 130 for 5. The innings is in the balance here, so take a risk, take a chance, and try and counter-attack Australia.
Down he comes, and he blisters a 4.
130 for 5. Advancing to Maxwell and smashing him down the ground. So a statement straight away from Afridi that he's not just going to sit in here and try and rebuild this cautiously. He's going to go after Australia.
A short one from Johnson. Does it get there? Oh, it's hanging in the air for some time. And a good effort from Johnson.
Yeah, leading edge as Maksud just looked to turn this on the leg side. I don't know whether he got through the shot a bit too soon, but kind of ballooned back to Johnson. Just got his hand underneath the ball, or got a fingertip to the ball.
Look at that shot. This time it's Maksud, it's not Afridi. That's an Afridi-style shot, so maybe Afridi out there is amping him up. Took it on, succeeds. 5 for 143 now. Afridi goes for it. It goes over the top of Finch in the deep. Off the bat, Finch probably thought, I'm in business again. But that is Afridi. Look at the head-to-head. 3 innings, only 6 runs against Johnson. He's doubled it in 1 shot.
That's why they call him Boom Boom. Look at that. Throws a kitchen sink at it.
Swing and swing hard. Straight over the head of Haddon. Another boundary.
And why not? Take a chance. That's what Afridi is doing here. It's a last hurrah for him in the World Cup, and he's going to go out swinging. Take a bit of a risk. Try and get his team back into this game.
And Afridi, he's picked the man out. It is straight down Finch's throat. And don't worry, he was ready for it. He knew he was in the game. And a bonus wicket. Another one for the Aussies.
Well, Pakistan being sucked in here by the short, square boundaries at the Adelaide Oval. A 3rd catch out to Finch at deep mid-wicket. Finch, right in the game all the time, takes a well-judged catch. More success for Hazlewood. And Afridi, that little cameo now has come to an end. 23 from 15, 158 for 6.
Got him, has he? Oh no, big shout from the slips.
He's just asking where he's going to go for dinner tonight. Brad Haddon's appealing. And the batsman's not happy with the chat.
A well-needed boundary from Pakistan. A carve, a mow, a slap. Call it whatever you want, straight down the ground for a 4.
Well, it's fired him up, Wahab. So from the other end against Mitchell Starc, there was a bit of chat. And he's got his man there against James Faulkner. Good shot, straight down the wicket.
Another short one, well played. This partnership's, oh, that's a silly throw. Who was that? That's going to go for 4 overthrows. There's absolutely no need to throw that. This might run all the way for 4. I tell you what, he's got his chest out here and he wants a piece of Starc, and he's doing well.
Well, that was a good shot. He advanced to the leg side. Showed all the stumps to Mitchell Starc. And Stark's followed him. So his ball went outside leg stump and he's flicked it over mid-wicket. Great shot.
Oh, and got him a juggle from Mitchell Johnson at cover, but Hazlewood's got the wicket. Just one too many good shots, or one too many big shots. Went straight to the fielder. Johnson juggled it, but the 7th wicket falls.
Well, it's another start for Pakistan. Another batsman's got a start and then got out with a reckless shot. Maksud just put his head down and just swung. He didn't care where it went. Mitch Johnson at the 2nd grab takes it. And Maksud walks off with his head down thinking, oh, I was unlucky, but more, it was the shot. It was a poor shot. There he goes, 29 from 44. Pakistan 188 for 7.
That'll be out. So Starc bowling into Snick Street, picking up another wicket.
Well, the hit and the miss continues for Pakistan. I've rarely seen a one-day innings where there's been so many predetermined shots. This time it was Wahab Riaz, outside edge, and an easy catch to Brad Haddon. Bowling around the wicket, he's done that so many times. Trying to hit over mid-off, and a good carry to the keeper.
Yeah, thoroughly deserved from Mitchell Starc. He's been in superb form. And the end of Riaz He's gone for 16. The score 188 for 8.
That's gone up in the air. It's time for Brad Haddin. He comes underneath it and he takes it. He just swirls underneath it for a while. And have a look at that smile. So wicket number 4 for Josh Hazlewood. Pakistan continue to fall in disarray, losing their 9th wicket.
That ball went a long way in the air, and most of the Aussie fielders were calling out, "Yours, Hats." I don't think anyone else was keen to get under it, but the man with the gloves did a great job, because that was a skyscraper.
That went that high. If that ball had ears, they would have popped. That's how high that ball went. Sahil Khan out before, 195 for 9. Oh, an outside edge. Did it carry? No, it didn't. Maybe one bounce straight into the mitts. Michael Clark so good behind the wicket. After 45, it's 196 for 9.
Brings the 200 up for Pakistan at the end of the 46th over. Run down to third man. And they will have something to bowl at. The last 50 coming in 81 deliveries. That's whacked over long on. One bounce into the fence. So boundary after a long time for Pakistan. It was meant to be hit. He was trying for a while now, and the lesser pace of Faulkner allowed him to connect. A boundary from Hassan.
Hit in the air. He hasn't got it right in the middle of the bat. It'll plug. Nice little wedge for a couple of runs.
Yeah, they all count for Pakistan. It's been a good addition to the runs lower down the order. 18. Once again, the slog. Scott Captaincy still hasn't got the field behind. This time in the air, and it'll be the fine leg fielder. A good catch. It's been a very good fielding effort from Australia, and they finish off well. Mitchell Starc this time. They're never easy in the white sky. And Australia finish off the Pakistan innings. Just 3.15 runs per over in the last 10. And that has been the domination of this Australian attack. Pakistan dismissed for 213. Another big shot, another short delivery, top edge, and the same result. It's a good catch from Mitchell Starc. They're never easy, and he did well to hang on to it. 2 wickets for Glenn Maxwell, wickets for Josh Hazlewood, and Pakistan will have 213 to defend.
Well, 213, probably not enough for Pakistan at the halfway mark. You can tell the story from the number of men who got into double figures, and the fact that the top scorer was still only 41. Haris Sohail did play well at number 3, looked in very, very good touch. Misbah as captain, one of those who misjudged his shot and did give it away. That's not the only offence, of course, in that Pakistan lineup. So 213 it was at the end of their 50 overs, or 49.5 overs. For Australia, a good performance in the field. They're always sharp in the field. The pick of them on this day was the man who might not even have played, actually. Hazlewood coming back into the team. 10 overs, 4 for 35, but good support all round. So for Australia, the task now to make 214 to win, and up against them would be a fired-up Pakistan seam attack.
Nicely played. Geez, time that. We'll keep talking about the bat that he's got in his hands. It requires timing as well. But he has timed the ears off that one. What a nice way to get off the mark.
Yeah, didn't try and overhit it either, David Warner. It was just a nice push, really. Nothing more than a push. Just good timing. That's the block shot. That's just the forward defence. Raced away for 4.
Big shout. It was fairly straight. It was worth the shout.
Maybe height was in question here.
Yeah, that was my first instinct as well, Waz. He's a fair way forward. He's not a tall man, but he's a fair way forward. It's a new ball. I think it was a bit high.
I think that's what Misbah is discussing with his bowler and with Sarfaraz, the wicket-keeper, because the height was in question. Otherwise, it was dead straight, I reckon. Let's have a look.
Good seam position, yeah, above the knee roll. And propped on that front foot. Often he doesn't get a long way forward. But, yeah, definitely sailing over the top of the stumps. Oh, hitting the bail, even. There we go. Well, there's width, and it's just out of the reach. A second slip. Runs away to the boundary. Streaky. But works for Warner.
He's off. David Warner, 13 of 7. It was wide delivery. Edged it and went over the second slip fielder for his second boundary.
Oh, that's worth a shout. This has got to be very close. It is. It was a good full straight delivery. And Finch plays across the line.
Yeah, look, live, that looked like it was smashing into stumps. It was straight, and he played a bit too square, Aaron Finch. Only one review, running out of time. Wow, I think the one thing for me, Aaron Finch really fell over, so he thought, I think it was a bit leg side. We'll have to see here, but my thoughts were with you guys live.
Look dead straight from here.
For LBW. If you could give me front foot first and then go on to spin vision, please. Yeah, fair delivery. Let's move on to front on spin vision, please. Let's get in front on spin vision, gents. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at RTS, please. Doesn't look like any bat involved. No bat involved. So if we could go on to ball tracking, that would be great. Deepak. Ball tracking coming up. Pitched on. Impact in line. And hitting the stumps. So stay with your original decision. I will tell you when you're on screen. You're on screen now, Kumar.
There we go. You heard the whole process there with the third umpire. So Finch is out. LBW, good delivery, and it's a good breakthrough early on. 15 for 1 Australia. He likes to hit there. You've got to be careful because it's easy to get in on his pads.
It was a very similar ball to Aaron Finch, maybe a little bit more leg side, but just shows you what form does. Steve Smith's in such good form. He's such a strong onside player. If you get anything too straight, nearly middle stumps too straight.
That's his area. Anything pitched middle leg, he'll play towards square leg, behind square, in front of square. And he has been in tremendous form.
In the air it goes, over cover. What a stroke. He's bullied that off the back foot. That's glorious. Absolutely glorious from Smith.
What a shot from Smith. He was on the front foot, played it on the up. It's such a good wicket to bat on this Adelaide pitch. Look at this, little bit of width and gone.
At the moment, it doesn't look like anything else but the middle of the bat. He's just been in unbelievable form. You don't want to get too straight to him. You get a tad wide, he just smashes you through the covers.
16 of 15, that was his third boundary. And what a shot. He made it look so easy. It was wide, full, played it on the up. And another classic cover drive from Smithy.
And in the air, will it be caught? What a great catch down at third man. Brad Alley just moving in. That was a great pace from Dave Warner, but coming clean hands and second wicket down now for the Australians.
Well, I'll be disappointed, Warner, because generally he's been looking for the short ball, and he got one here, and he's trying to help that square, I think, where it finally went. It's a good catch because he's coming in at pace. The ball is coming at pace to him, and a real pick-me-up for Pakistan just when they needed it. Warner gone for 24, 49 for 2.
And he's gone. So the first good bouncer works for Pakistan. The Australian captain, Michael Clarke, bounced out. And they're 3 wickets down.
Well, terrific, isn't it, from Misbah-ul-Haq. Gets his quickest man on, gets a man in that short leg position that we identified, but just a little bit deeper, and that's good on the front line. So a plan that has come together for Pakistan against Australia's captain. Pinpoint accuracy with the short ball, and Clarke can only spoon it up in the air. So big wicket for Pakistan. Clarke gone for 8, 59 for 3.
So well played from Watson. Excellent over. A wicket, 3 off. It's 59 for 3.
Well, good to see here. There's a lot of chat on the field, encouragement from the bowler to himself, to the rest of his teammates. And that's what they need, Pakistan. They need someone to fire up here. Good ball and well played by Watson. And look at this. Look at the eyes. Come on, boys.
Oh, it's a great shorter delivery to finish up. Excellent over. Pakistan on fire here after 13, 67 for 3.
There's another short one and gets him. Hits the handle of the glove. Not secure from Watson. So Pakistan sense they can get the 4th wicket. And this is where the pressure can be played on. Pakistan have got themselves into a position where it's all about the knockout. Australia know they have to win, otherwise they're out of the World Cup. He did not look at the ball. That's a couple of times he's turned his head.
Yeah, that could have gone anywhere. And actually, Michael Clarke tried to play it down. He didn't fend it. He was watching. Just popped up to short leg, probably beaten by pace. But Shane Watson, as you said, haven't been watching at all. Fastest delivery, 147.
Again, that one short to the man on the onside. That's where Michael Clarke was caught. Good use of the feet there from Steve Smith. Look at that. He was able to get to the ball, turn it into a half volley and expose the onside.
How good a shot is that? And he's not the slowest Shahid Afridi. And he used his feet and got to the pitch against the turn. That's even better.
It's a top edge. Down the throat, a fine leg. Oh, he's dropped it. Can you believe it? That built that wicket up for the last couple of overs, and he clings it.
That is a huge error from Pakistan. Brilliant bowling from Wahab again. He's built to that nice ease, as Michael Slater said, and the catch goes down. An absolute dolly in the outfield. Down she goes.
What effect will that have? He went for the hook this time. He was fending in the previous overs. Well, well, well. Well, the throw back to the batsman. Frustrations and Wabrias. That catch could have changed the match for Pakistan.
Well, it comes down to those sort of things, doesn't it? At the end of the day, you might look back at that drop and think, well, that was a moment, a big moment. And he'd already taken the catch of Dave Warner early in the piece. There's a pull shot full of authority. That's exactly where he wanted it. That'll feel a whole lot better. Oh, that's threaded through. Well, that's the class of Watson as well. There's not been a lot of fluent stroke play just yet, but that's what he can do.
Yeah, it looks like he's weathered the storm, hasn't he? And had that huge slice of luck with the catch going down. All of a sudden now he's starting to find the middle of the bat, feels a lot more comfortable at the crease, and that's a perfect example of that last shot. Just not overplaying the shot, just placement, and he's got immense power. It was nothing more than just almost a forward defence. And it's raced away.
Glorious, fabulous cricket shot. He's playing on a different surface. Brings up his 50 with the boundary. And how well he has played. His third consecutive 50 in this World Cup. And none more important than this. 52 or 51. It's been a game going at on two different ends. A struggle at the other and fluency with Steven Smith.
Oh, Watson goes bang. There's been plenty of good short stuff from Riaz. His spell was outstanding. Good passion, good fire. Absolutely on fire. It was great to watch. There was a good atmosphere at the ground. And if you don't get it right, like Riaz did, Shane Watson will punish you.
He certainly will. He's picking up the short ball well when it's outside off stump. He's had a bit of trouble when it's been on line, but this occasion, way outside off stump.
Watson again goes bang. That'll be 4. That's in the gap. If you don't get it right to Shane Watson, he just punishes you.
No, he's fine. He's showing all his experience now. He's rode the danger zone, and that short ball, he's just swiveling a lot easier with the right-handed bouncer. I think Sahal's going to have to wean himself off this shorter delivery. It's not working at all, not troubling Watson, and so easy, and it's leaking boundaries.
Oh, yeah, look, he fancies a bit of that. Afridi over the top, bang. What a shot that was.
Great use of the feet there from Steven Smith. Saw it tossed up early, just went through with the shot, backed himself.
.66 needed now, 7 wickets in hand. Bit of a ring field. There's still one slip in place if there's an edge behind.
Oh, that's close. Did he get it inside edge? And he got a long way across, Steve Smith. There's no referrals left. Aaron Finch used that one up early. It's been given. Was that going on to hit leg stump? There sounded like a couple of noises. Was it both pads? Well, changing back to quick bowling has worked. Got a long way across there, Steve Smith, but I feel it was a bit leg side-ish.
He walked a long way across, which I think led the umpire to believe that it's going to hit middle stump. It may have clipped top of leg. But Steven Smith departs 65, great innings off 69 runs. Australia 148 for 4.
It'll always look like it was going a bit leg side. Look at that, just clipping the stump. I think Steve Smith's a bit harsh there. Wide and Nick, but I think he's hit the ground there. I'm not sure he's hit it. Erasmus has not moved. I think he's hit the ground there, Glenn Maxwell. Pakistan have a referral if they want to check upstairs. Rispar's just checking. Wicketkeeper doesn't seem too keen. Asking his bowler. Hit the ground.
Yeah, there was a big noise, certainly through our stump mic up here. Yeah, he's missed it by a mile.
shot. An excellent stroke. That's the over 4 off it. It's 153 for 4.
Yeah, great shot there by Glenn Maxwell. Shane Warne said that's what we want to see first up when he comes to the crease, and he's nailed that one straight down the ground. Beautiful timing.
Down the wicket. Maxwell, third man's coming around and doesn't get there. Can you believe it? Riaz has got his hands on his head. It's the second catch that's gone down, and Pakistan miss another one. Sohail Khan was the man in the deep at third man. What about Maxwell? What type of shot was that?
Well, you got to feel for Wahab Riaz. He's created so many opportunities tonight. 2 have been grasped. This is an incredible shot from Glenn Maxwell, and another big miss. Defending 213 Pakistan just can't afford to put him down. It wasn't straightforward.
Oh, that's just terrible.
Pulled away into the deep. And that will be a boundary for Maxwell. That's his second one of the night. And that one a bit more convincing.
Yeah, it's fabulous to watch, really, when you think of the situation and the shot that he's just played to get dropped. So a lot of players would just say to themselves, all right, calm down, drop anchor. Let's just play a little bit more sensibly. Not Maxwell.
Oh, beautifully timed and well placed for Watson. He's been out there a while. 55, 56 deliveries for his 48, 169 for 4.
Yeah, man doffs his hat in the crowd, and why wouldn't you? At the one end, you've got Maxwell, frenetic and unorthodox, and then that just beautiful push through the offside from Watson.
Maxwell punches it through the onside. It was flicked off the toes, and that'll be another boundary to him.
That's a terrific shot. I mean, he might have been expecting another short ball from Wahab, who has tested out in the middle of the pitch for the most part in this spell and has just had Maxwell drop, but gets his way nicely into the stroke.
Yeah, not a terrible delivery either. It's, fairly straight, probably hitting middle and leg, and just worked onto that onside.
We haven't seen a Yorker from Wahab. He can bowl 145 kilometres an hour. I always think that, you know, if he could develop a really good fast Yorker. And what is that from Maxwell? He's cut it. It's the walk-away cut shot pull.
Okay, please describe that, Athos. From the coaching manual.
We've had the walk-away cut shot. The walk-away cut shot without looking at the ball. Backs away. You wonder where he's looking to hit this. It cramps him for room, and somehow he's got this wide of third man.
That's just not fair.
Oh. 50 up for Shane Watson. He got dropped early on in his innings, but he's weathered the storm and played some very well-timed shots tonight, but he will remember this 50.
Yeah, weathered Cyclone Wahib. And what a spell of bowling that was. And full credit to Shane Watson for hanging in there, hanging tough, had his fair share of luck early on, but that's a very good 50. And sometimes your best scores are produced after a very shaky start.
Into the deep, and it's over the top. It's over Riaz. Fine leg. Pulled into the deep and over square leg for 6. Right out of the middle of the bat for Shane Watson. It hasn't come easy against Rojas.
Well, it's a cruel game for bowlers at times. Wahab has had Watson's number earlier in the piece, but now as Australia close in on victory, he tries the same ball that Watson top-edged earlier in the day, and this one has come straight out of the screws, flown into the crowd.
And that's fine. That'll race away for a boundary. And it is off the bat. Shane Watson moves to 60.
Yeah, and he's happy to stare Wahab Riaz down, isn't he? Just think back about an hour ago when Watson had first come in and Wahab was all over him.
Gives himself some room, and that's all the way back for Glenn Maxwell. Right out of the middle of the bat.
Yeah, it's an incredible shot, isn't it? He's giving himself room, he's showing his stumps, and he got one right in the slot here. Sohail Khan just served it up on a length outside the off stump, gave him that room and width. Absolutely skimmed that into the crowd.
Two to win for Australia. And that's through, and there it is. Australia win, and they go through to the semi-final. And Shane Watson hits the winning runs. A wonderful night of cricket for the Australians, and they celebrate. And Watson is the not-out batsman.
Well, it's a significant victory for Australia. The margin is significant as well. 6 wickets and the best part of 16 overs to spare, but that doesn't really tell the whole story of the night. It was they were pushed hard by Pakistan here, and had that catch been taken at 80 for 4 when Shane Watson top edged to fine leg, who knows what could have happened. But it's Australia who go through to the semi-finals, and they do so in some style.
Well, in the end, it looked comfortable enough with 98 balls left and 6 wickets in hand. But there was some mighty hard work had to be done, and if Pakistan could have held their catches, they could have put more pressure on. But the men taking credit from that Australian innings, first of all, Stephen Smith, 65, made with style, made with comfort. Tough time for Watson at the start of his innings, but he saw it through. Maxwell, too, had a bit of luck, but 64 not out and 44 not out, certainly enough to win the game. For Pakistan, well, that spell from Wahab Riaz was absolutely outstanding. Pace and fire, aggression, passion, it was all there. But it was a little bit of a lone hand. They probably did miss Mohammad Irfan. And if you can't hold your catches, you are not going to win games of cricket. Josh Hazlewood was man of the match for his 4 for 35. There's the final margin of victory. Australia home by 6 wickets. So now we know the teams in one of the semis. Technically, it's the second semi-final, which will be next Thursday. Australia taking on India. Coverage there starting at 3 o'clock in the morning. And before that, we need to decide who the 4th member will be in those semis. New Zealand against West Indies is the 4th of the quarterfinals. Saturday morning, 12:30, for coverage of that one. For now, though, it's goodbye.